Why is Nolan Wells dead?
This has been a difficult journey. Losing a child, it truly breaks your heart.
We're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking.
Last night, we were shared breaking news in regards to Nolan Wells as audio from a tow call made by his friends around 3 p.m. on July 4th, according to NBC News, would be released. Now, in an extended version of this call, we are now hearing where they were exactly when the call was made. According to now released audio and GPS graphics, they were on the western tip of Horn Island.
We're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
That is the 18-year-old football player whose body was found near Horn Island. That's a remote barrier island about 10 miles off the coast of Mississippi. Nolan and a group of friends had been planning to celebrate their 4th of July weekend out there, as many Americans do. But every single one of those friends made it back to their parents that night. It was just Nolan Wells who didn't. And those friends, they had his keys and his phone, according to the Wells family. There is a lot that this new autopsy both did and did not say. This second autopsy of Nolan Wells could not say for sure how Nolan Wells died, but it does describe a large area of discoloration deep in the tissue of the back of his head, something that this medical examiner notes the first autopsy never examined. And these structures at the back of Nolan's neck, the exact kind of structures that you would check to say investigate strangulation, they were never returned with his body. And I think that bears repeating, that a piece of his own body was not returned to authorities for this second autopsy. And without them, this medical examiner writes that he cannot rule out injury to his neck as a possible cause of death. There are a whole lot of conspiracies, there's misinformation, there's speculation online about this case. And the truth is, we just do not yet know enough about why Nolan Wells died. We reached out to the Jackson County Sheriff's Department with questions, but we haven't heard back.
The front of Nolan's neck was missing along with his lungs. We just got the results of the independent autopsy done by Nolan Wells' family, and they are very concerning. One of the first things they said was that Nolan could have suffered an injury to the back of the head because they noticed red discoloration in the soft tissue on the lower part of his skull that was about 8 to 12 inches long. And the most surprising thing is that they said when they got Nolan's body, the front of his neck was missing, so they couldn't see if anybody had choked him. His lungs and airway were both missing, so they couldn't see if there was water in his lungs indicating drowning. His brain was missing, so they couldn't see if there was a brain bleed, and even his stomach contents were missing, so they couldn't see if he had drugs in his system. They said in the initial autopsy, the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office had removed all of those parts for further evaluation before the independent autopsy, so they didn't have a lot to work with. So they listed the cause and manner of death as undetermined pending investigation, as we're still waiting for the initial autopsy results and toxicology reports. They said after all this, we're still left with these key questions. Why did Wells enter the water? What was the body position when found? Was there water in the airway? Is there evidence of injuries to the front of Wells' neck? Is there any evidence of a brain bleed? What was in Wells' stomach contents? What are the toxicology report findings? Not sure what's taking the initial autopsy so long to release even their preliminary findings, but rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Let me know what you guys think about this, and as soon as we have any new details, I'll keep you guys updated.
When you observed his body being found, did you take any images or document that moment?
So I started taking images of the scene on the ground. There were several law enforcement boats and personnel. And later on, when I looked at the pictures and zoomed in, I noticed that you could actually see the body laying on the shoreline in those pictures. I was not trying to take a picture of the body at the time, but it ended up being captured in the wide angle.
And what exactly do you see in the photos?
I see a body that matches the description of Nolan Wells, laying face down at the shoreline right at the water's edge. And he was wearing swim trunks and, was not moving, obviously. It just looked like he was sleeping on the beach.
Now knowing that the family is looking for any information about his body being discovered that day and washing up on shore, do you plan to hand over these photos and these images to the family or to their team?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's obviously images that I hope that his family never has to see. However, anything, and I want to repeat this, anything that Christine and Elmore want from the United Cajun Navy, we will not tell them no. We will give them whatever they want, anytime they want. All they have to do is ask.
So once they ask you, you will then hand over anything that you do have and any information that you have from that day?
That's correct.
Why didn't your team communicate to the family about what you saw that day?
Yeah, I just didn't think that it would be helpful to his mom, as she was just finding out that her son was dead, that I saw the body. Human curiosity is gonna probably ask me to describe what I saw, and I just think that would have made it worse. Certainly wasn't trying to hide anything from her, and as a matter of fact, I was 400 feet in the air, and there was plenty of law enforcement on the scene, right there with his body. So anybody could have, described what they saw and what they saw up close. Now, later on, I found out that they were not given access to the body and all that kind of stuff. And maybe it could have been helpful if I just told them the little bit that I knew, but I didn't know that at the time.
What's this there?
I'm Tiffany Walden with the Tribe in Chicago. I know that we're talking about a transparent investigation, but for families and people who are watching, can you kind of give a breakdown or a timeline to the best of your ability of the contact that you've had with Mississippi authorities or Ocean Springs authorities or the Cajun Navy? Have you all talked to them? Do they call you after the initial autopsy? Is it just radio silence from them? Do you have to call them? Can you kind of walk us through that process?
So the last time we actually spoke with local authorities, which would be the Sheriff's Department, was I think a day or two after his body was found. That was only initiated by me. I sent him a text message. I was like, hey, this is Christine, Nolan's mom. I just want to see if there are any updates. Basically, he called back. There were no updates. He's like, we're still interviewing. And again, my concern, and also my husband's concern, was it was not even an hour that his body had been removed. And the sheriff came out and said, this is, accidental drowning. We don't think there's foul play. Again, that is why we're doing what we're doing and why we're moving the way we are. Because I sat there and asked them, please take this case as if this is your child, yes, your family member, your whatever. And they promised that they would, but when you make statements like that straight out the gate, that's an issue. We did meet with the DA. She did promise, transparency and all of this, all of that. However, damage has already been done, because now that's the narrative that's being pushed by the general public, who again know nothing really, only what they're hearing from other people. So in addition to that, it's all these things coming up. And at the end of the day, like I said before, any parent that would be in this situation, you would do anything to find out what happened to your child. And that is what we're here to do.
This is the most up-to-date Nolan Wells piece of information that just doesn't line up. You've heard a lot so far, but this one is really taking the cake for me. By now, everyone has heard the recording of the Sea Tow, which is like a towing company for boats, that Nolan Wells' friends made. You heard the dispatch, you heard everything. Here's the one that doesn't make sense. Now we're being told, again, we gotta be able to confirm it 100%. Right now we're at like 90% confirmation of it, that one of the friends, the grandfather called, or the father called, spoke with somebody and said, oh, they no longer need emergency assistance. The reason why that doesn't really add up or make sense to me is because the kid that's on the phone with Sea Tow dispatch sounds like, hey, you guys need to get here. Like, we're taking on water. We're going to sink. You guys need to get here. What transpired from the moment that the person allegedly called and said, hey, we're all set, they're good, they don't need emergency services, to him being frantic on the phone? Did that really happen? If it did, why was none of the friends aware of it, and why wasn't it stated at one point on that recorded line?
The parents was looking for videos like this since Saturday, but this gets uploaded yesterday. all these people that was on Horn Island and nobody seen what happened? This area right here is allegedly where they were supposed to be at. And if you listen closely, you can hear somebody arguing. And on top of that, everybody that was with Nolan made their accounts private. A list of IG accounts for everybody that was with Nolan on the 4th of July. So I say this, if there was nothing to hide, why make your accounts private? Do you really believe that this is the only video out there? If there's one, there's more.
The way I see it is they have one of two choices. One, they can make things right, or two, I leak everything.
The biggest twist yet in the Nolan Wells case. An insider has issued a public threat, either make it right or I leak everything. This guy going by Brad is directly targeting Nolan's killers. He claims to have secret details and evidence that could blow this entire case wide open. With a $125,000 reward already on the table, the pressure is mounting. Will the killers come forward first, or will Brad leak it all? Do you think he's actually going to leak everything, or is he just bluffing? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit follow for the next update.
And was saying she was going to call the cops on us if we didn't leave her house. But they didn't let Nono leave, and Nono was by the basketball goal that was inside the pool. He was leaning over beside it, gasping for air and spitting up blood. But now his mom, no, I just got off the phone with her. Now, all of this is alleged, so we won't know if this is a true story unless his mom comes out and confirms, yes, this girl did call and tell me this story. And this is the supposed picture that they deleted from their socials, and it's showing Nolan at the pool party with them. But if this is the case, that makes a lot of sense as to why Nolan's parents went out to find his body and didn't find anything, and then he somehow washes up shore the next day. So that means that they took Nolan's body back out there to make it seem as if he never left the island. Now we know why these motherfuckers lured up so fast, because they know what the fuck is coming. The police better be confiscating every single last one of these little motherfuckers' phones and going through it and getting all the data that they need to see exactly what the fuck happened to Nolan. Everybody that's involved in Nolan's death needs to be held accountable, especially the fucking parents.
The body of 18-year-old black teen Nolan Xavier Wells has been found. His white friends who were with him on the trip have already hired lawyers. Wells vanished July 4th during a 4th of July boat outing to Horn Island, Mississippi, about 10 miles off the Gulf Coast. A park ranger found him in the water near the northwest end on July 6th. His phone was not with him. It was in his father's possession. The island has no cell coverage and is only accessible by private boat. Search teams, including the Cajun Navy, scoured land and sea since his disappearance. Authorities have not said how many people were on the boat or who made the missing person report, but online video suggests a possible altercation before the friends left Wells behind. One friend is the child of a judge, and all of them quickly retained lawyers. Wells was reportedly heading to meet a girl, but instead his friends took another boat and departed without him. Why did his phone return but he did not? Why the immediate legal protection? The family and activists are furious.
Why does this guy's face look like he's terrified right here? You gotta be careful of the company you keep. Do these new photos of Nolan Wells that have just been released change your mind? Does he look like he's having a good time to you? What about this guy right here? Does he look like he's having a good time right here? He looks like he's too old to be at that party. Allegedly, these photos were shared by attorney Ben Crump. Does anything seem off about this pool party to you? People online are saying this photo was taken after the Horn Island trip. That person in the red circle right there, that's Nolan Wells. If he did come back from Horn Island, I don't think everything's adding up. What do you guys think's going on?
For those wondering how background audio was captured before the dispatcher answered, the callers were apparently on hold. Calls can still be recorded while someone is waiting on an agent to pick up, and this recording appears to demonstrate exactly that.
Connect you.
CETO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you? CETO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
A simple Google search will take you right to the audio and you can hear it for yourself.
As a professional audio engineer with experience in dialogue editing, dialogue cleanup, sound design, and post-production, I decided to work on that CETO call using traditional audio processing techniques rather than relying on any AI voice separation or AI enhancement. My goal was pretty much to preserve as much of the original recording as possible while making the quieter dialogue and background audio easier to hear. So I basically used techniques such as subtractive EQ, compression, gain adjustments, noise reduction, frequency isolation, and other traditional processing methods. So what I did was I separated Vicky, the CETO dispatcher, from Warren and the audio originating from the boat so that I can concentrate more closely on what was happening behind and around Warren, pretty much on the boat. And I specifically chose not to rely on AI because aggressive AI enhancements and voice isolation tools can sometimes introduce artifacts and distort the speech or create ambiguity around the sounds that were originally present. And for something this serious, I wanted my processing to remain as conservative as possible. You'll also notice time code and dialogue written on the side of the screen and pop up during each segment. That dialogue represents what I personally hear as an audio engineer while processing and repeatedly reviewing these sections. I'm pretty much providing it as a listening reference, not as a declaration that my interpretation is the only possible interpretation. And that's important. I want you to listen for yourself, use headphones if you have them, listen closely, and decide with your own ears what you believe is being said. You can also return to the original unprocessed recording and compare directly with what you're hearing here. You'll also notice that my time code may not match the regular timestamp on the original uploaded video. And that's because I'm working inside a professional post-production timeline, a digital audio workstation, basically using SMPTE time code, which in film that's displayed in hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. Film and TV timelines are completely different from timestamps that you see when you're watching regular videos or when you're watching a movie and you hit pause. So basically the time code on the screen is there to identify the precise location within my working session, not to represent the elapsed timestamp displayed by the original video player. And I hope that makes sense. For this first video, I'm sharing only approximately 37 seconds of the call. I originally intended to continue much further, but once I separated the dispatcher from the boat and started concentrating exclusively on the background dialogue, what I believed I was hearing became extremely difficult for me to process emotionally, and I needed to take a mental break. But I wanted to release this portion because some of the details that stood out most to me occur very early in the call, like right at the top of the call. And so I'm gonna let the audio play.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Did y'all catch this?
Obviously, we were in emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat. It's not like we didn't ask Nolan or we just left Nolan. Nolan decided to stay on the island with the girl that he was with, and the girl is a witness to that too.
Yeah. I'm glad. As a former video journalist, I don't just hear the words, I see the edits. In today's age, every interview is going to be a polished production, and that means you have to look at every single thing with a critical eye. If you watch the whole thing, you're going to see the shift from when he's comfortable talking to when he struggles. You'll see he's very comfortable talking about the island, and then going in on protocols for phones and water for 3.5 minutes.
If you drop your phone in salt water, most of the time you're not going to get it back. I mean, you know, especially the water's murky right now.
But the moment that he gets the big question from Tatum that relates to Nolan or any pivotal facts to the case, he struggles to retell that moment.
So, obviously we were in emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat. It's not like we didn't ask Nolan or we just left Nolan.
He starts, then there's a cut, then wraps it up awkwardly and quickly puts it off to the girl who's on the island.
Like, you have no idea who you're dealing with or who you're messing with. He brought Benjamin Crump to stir up a community that's already tight-knit. I think he's taking the grieving parents and manipulating and turning this and making it sound all bad. If you're talking about Ocean Springs as a whole, Ocean Springs is gonna have Ocean Springs back.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Adgerson. I think it's Jerry Adgerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag
Unless
on
you have a
We got
membership
ripped off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 3 degrees. By 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We are sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs or Fort Bayou lawn.
All right, how many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Gotta jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay,
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
There are 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right, verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee-for-service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat, and
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that yeah, Jerry. Yeah, he said.
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the
So-
bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, I get it. It's a
Okay.
kid. He just doesn't understand.
Oh, okay. Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have him on the line. And again, I couldn't find, he couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, membership, so it's just under Jerry fee for service.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to. If you wanna, we're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member jobs right now.
Is Jerry a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then I'll call his grandpa back as well.
All right. And did you want me to look up Jerry's membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can
swamped.
try this cell phone number.
Yes, sir.
Anything on this phone number.
All right. Yep. Jerry. Yeah, he's an active member. Hold on.
What kind of boat do you have on there? Same boat?
Yeah, he's one of your members. Yep, 22-foot Triton. All right, I'll just disregard this one. I'm gonna send you over an accurate one under this Jerry Ackerson one. Okay, he's one of your members. You'll get it in a couple minutes. Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, and yeah, just transfer this kid over whenever you get a chance.
All right, transferring him now. Thank you again, Captain.
All righty.
Stay safe out there. It's crazy. Have a drink.
Oh, it's wild. Alrighty.
One of the last people to see Nolan Wells alive is finally telling his side of the story.
I just know I've lost my best friend. We did no wrong here, and we don't understand how we're getting so much hate behind it. We all cared and loved Nolan, and nobody wanted to see Nolan die. Nobody wanted to see his life be taken so short.
A viral video from the island caused even more suspicion, because people believed the person heard yelling in the recording was Nolan. But his friend says everyone misunderstood what they were watching.
Video I'm referring to, that's me yelling.
They also says Nolan stayed on Horn Island with a girl he had only met that same day, while the rest of the group eventually returned without him.
They met that day, and it was kind of one of those things. It did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they'd ever hung out was at Horn Island on July 4th.
That explanation may answer who was yelling in the viral video, but it still does not explain what happened after Nolan stayed behind, or how a normal boat trip ended with him never returning home. But until investigators explain what happened after everyone left the island, Nolan Wells' final hours remain the one part of the story nobody can answer.
I want everybody just to relax and let everybody mourn the loss of Nolan, and let us remember him as in like the sweet guy. I think everybody needs to let the investigation continue and let the facts be shown.